Hello, beautiful sisters. Welcome back to our live stream. And today we're talking about stop mom guilt because you are already enough. We are Live Bloom, Rakefet, and Ya'ara, two sisters. Rakefet, how are you this evening?
Well, I love to be here. You know how much I love our lives and just being honest and talk about the real stuff and real life. And I think this is the topic we have today. So this is what we are here for. Life Bloom, we help moms devoted to self-awareness and personal growth to go from constant guilt and burnout and putting themselves last to balance, life of balance, fulfillment, joy, all the things that we really wish for. And the most important things, you don't have to wait for something to happen. You don't have to prove yourself to be worthy of that. This is life, and you do worthy of balance, fulfillment, and joy. And this is what we are here for. So yeah, important topic. Stop the mom guilt. I think we all have it, right? I don't know a single mom that doesn't feel that,
When I am a mom of one, I only have like a 1.5-year-old baby. And I remember that you and our other sisters were 4 sisters. And when I gave birth, all of you told me when a mother is born, mom guilt is born with her.
Yes.
I think it's a package. If you're a mom, you have guilt. It comes together. But we're going to talk today about how we can minimize that guilt, how we can work with it, and why actually it's not that of an integral part that has to walk with us throughout our life and with our relationship with our children, with our partners, and with ourselves. So let's just jump into this such important topics.
Yes, and we're going to give you tools also and to help you find the way to deal with it, because it's not like they're going to disappear, but there are ways to deal with it, and there are ways to be compassionate and to notice when they rise, and not to to be swapped in the stories that we tell ourselves about it. So let's get to it. Yeah. Well, I think we should start by saying that you said that we told you that when a mom is born, the guilt is born too, and I think it starts already when you're pregnant, or even before that when you're trying to get pregnant. And it's important to say that because it happens also when you're pregnant and you're trying to think, am I eating right? Am I sleeping enough? Should I drink that wine? Should I drink that coffee? Should I listen to this music because you can hear me?
Yeah. And if I'm angry, oh my God, I'm angry now. Does my baby feel my anger? Should I get frustrated? I didn't get enough sleep at night. Did I hurt my body, my child? Yes, definitely. It starts even way before that. When you understand that the responsibility for what you do, how you behave, and what you consume also affects your child.
And it's such a precious soul that is just creating in your body, and they can't decide for themselves, so they are depend on you completely. And it's a very, I remember when I was pregnant at the beginning, when we in the part, at the times that you still don't tell anyone about it. I told you because, well, you're my sister, but most of the people didn't know, even not most of the people in our family. I told you and Guy, my husband, you're the first 2 people who knew, and then Mom. And I remember feeling very alone, that I can't share all my thoughts and all the scary thoughts that I had. About what I should do and should I eat that or not. And I really started reading a lot about what I should and shouldn't do. And then finding out that I ate sushi the day before I found out I was pregnant. That was one of the things that happened to me.
Yeah, I remember.
And so many guilt then. Oh my God, I ate sushi yesterday and I drink wine. Why didn't I wait for the results? Yeah. And just, I think the first thing is really feeling alone as a mom. It's something that we can change. We can change. This is also why we have our community.
Yeah, I really agree with the sense of loneliness around it, because I think fathers, or the person that didn't give birth, the person that didn't carry the baby, I don't think they have that sense of guilt. And I know from my husband that he doesn't understand sometimes why am I so, like for example, I'm still breastfeeding, and a few days ago I drank a bit of wine. It was a holiday and I drank a bit of wine, and then he wanted to nurse in the middle of the night when it wasn't like the time that he was supposed to nurse. But I said to him, I'm so sorry, I can't nurse you now because I drank. And he was like, why are you saying that you're sorry? And I had that guilt in me that he didn't understand.
Didn't understand that, yeah.
No, he can't, because like you said, when they are in our womb, when we feel that everything we put in our body and in our surroundings affect them, our babies, our partner can't understand that because they don't have that experience. It's not the same kind of responsibility. Of course, they have the responsibility over our children, but it's different. So there is that sense of, I'm the only one who can understand what it means.
And that's why we should all have our tribe, or just, the few people, one or two close friend mothers as well, that can understand what we are going through, because we can share with them. Yeah, we can share with them our thoughts, and they might say, oh, nonsense, he will be okay, don't worry, I drank as well, he's completely fine. But at the same time, they will understand the guilt that we feel, and they might just give us a hug and say, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
You're not alone.
You're not alone. Yeah, and I had these thoughts too. And I think that if you're the people that are watching us now, should just think about one or two close friends. Maybe it's your sister, maybe it's your mom, maybe it's a friend. It can be someone from your family. Just one or two friends that are close to you, and that when you will share with them your guilt and your thoughts, they will not judge you. Because I think this is one of the things that happens to us a lot. When I know that when I watch like Instagram and I see all those juggling moms that can do everything, and I think, oh my God, my house is a mess, and I couldn't breastfeed, it didn't work for me, and I felt a lot of guilt in that subject. And I think that it's very important, if you can write down for yourself, even now in this moment, just write down, think about those 2, 3 even friends that will not judge you, and tell them your secret thoughts and worries.
Yeah. And if you feel like, maybe you feel like you don't have someone like that, or maybe you just want to share with us as well, you're really invited to write in the comment those things that you are carrying with you, the guilt for, and we can give you a virtual hug and tell you that you're not alone, and that we see you, and that we feel this guilt with you. So, you're not alone. And I just really feel that, like, sometimes when like you said about Instagram, and sometimes when you see other moms, instead of finding that sisterhood, you actually find yourself comparing even more. Even when you go to the playground, or you have moms from kindergarten, and it looks like from outside they have it figured out. Their house is clean, their kids are dressed always with clean clothes, they're nice, their kids are polite, whatever it is, right? It looks, especially on social media, and we talked about it before in other videos, how on social media things look perfect, but they're really not.
Yeah, they're really not. It's important to realize that.
It's important to know. And I want to say actually 2 things about that. Number 1 is that on social media, it's easy to show only what you want to show, right? And even in some of our videos here, you will hear us talk about tools and practices for working with yourself to feel balanced, to feel happy. And it seems like we're always just balanced and happy, but we go through a lot of ups and downs as well. And of course, we do talk about it, and especially here in our lives, where it's the open conversation and not just a 10-minute YouTube video where you need to deliver content. But we also have our downs, and we have the things that we feel that we are not doing good, and the things that we wish we could do better on. But another thing I want to say is that we have in our head this kind of mechanism that tends to judge us always for the worst. And when we look at other moms, if it's in the kindergarten and they seem happy, our mind is looking at them, and our mind is telling us they're happy. But if we try to get out of our perspective and look at them objectively, look around the I always want to say Spielplatz in German. Look around the playground. Not all the moms are happy. Look at their faces for real. Look at the way that they're standing. Some of them are tired. Some of them are angry. Some of them are they're just not really. They don't want to be there in that moment. Look for real. Really try to practice that. Next time you go to the playground. Thank you. Next time you go to the playground, try to take off those sunglasses that you have on of self-judgment and sincerely, honestly look around you. Notice in the shape of the faces, notice in the way that the parents hold their body. What do you really see there? How do they really feel? Because I think it will show you that you're not the only one that sometimes is feeling struggle and tired and angry. It's around you. We just struggle to see it on other people, and we see it much more on ourselves.
Yeah. And you said such an important thing before. You said about us, that we are here telling you, we're being as honest as possible, telling you all the deep thoughts that we have. And I have to share with you that people from my community, they see me, I have 4 kids and they are good kids, and they see me and they tell me all the time, you probably never get angry. And I tell them all the time, come to my house at 7 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the evening and you will see me screaming. Okay. In the morning, they don't want to get up. They don't want to get rest. They have their ride to school, and you're almost late. And my daughter is coming out of the house with one hand with her shoes, the other one is with a hairbrush, sometimes with their toothbrush in her mouth. So this is the way they leave the house, and I'm like, just go away, just go, and closing the door after them, because otherwise they will be late. And in the evening, they don't want to go to the shower. The house is still a mess. And I'm trying to, kind of sort everything out and tell them, help me clean the kitchen and put your shoes in the closet. And, just every day, 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the evening, you can come to my house and feel like you're a normal mom, because seriously,
it's a mess.
It is for everyone. And it's really, really important to understand that no one is perfect. And sometimes I get angry at my kids, and after that, I need to come back to them and say, I'm sorry, because sometimes I'm just exhausted from other things. And I just yell at them because they, didn't do their homework. And I found out just now, it happened to me 2 days ago at 10 o'clock in the evening. My daughter is just coming out of bed and she's like, oh, Mom, I had homework and I didn't do them. And all day long, she was with friends. So obviously, I was angry and tired and exhausted. And I just screamed at her. So honestly, this is normal situations. We wish they won't happen, but they do. And they're just a part of life. And knowing that we are normal and we're doing our best. And this is something that I remind myself every day. I think we talked about it before. I told you that my husband had a saying, it doesn't matter what you do. At the end, she will sit on the sofa of the psychologist and she will say, it's all our fault. So you're doing your best now. That's it.
Yeah.
And this is it. I mean, I know that sometimes we don't want to share our difficulties because we don't want other people to say, oh, she's a bad mom. Yeah, I'm not proud of that I'm screaming at them. I'm not, but I'm also human. And I'm also aware of my boundaries. And I also know that many times they cross my boundaries, and I let them cross my boundaries because I'm trying to do all of it together. So yeah, sometimes I scream at them. Yeah, I'm trying not to, but sometimes I do. And it doesn't make us less of a mom. It's not that we're not good mothers. Yeah, we're doing our best in the same moment in what we can do. And this is why I said before, just having those good friends that I can share and call them and cry and say, oh, I did it again. I lost it. Yeah. And my sister will say, I love you, sis. It's okay. You're normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also our perspective, because I will say normal, but I'll also remind you that, like you said, that you are a good mom, and it's not about being perfect. And it's not about, again, like going back to social media and the way life looks for other moms and all the things that we need to have. The house is clean, the dishes and the kids are polite and pleasant and clean and well fed. Everything needs to be perfect. But we have a like I said, we're 4 sisters, and one of our sisters always say that a house with a lot of dishes in the sink and a lot of laundry is a house full of life. And I love that saying, because it's like, you have to choose. Are you going to try and be perfect all the time, or are you going to be happy? We talk about it a lot, that you need to give yourself realistic expectations and understand that if you try to hold all the balls, then it's going to cost you with stress. But if you allow some of the balls to fall for some of the time, or choose which balls are important to hold right now and which balls are okay to ask for help, like we talked in other videos about asking for help, which balls are maybe not that important to always be right as you want them. If you allow yourself to be real with yourself and be honest about what is the important thing for you and for your family, what benefits your children more? A clean table, dishes that are always in place and not in the sink, or a mom that is balanced, a mom that is happy, a mom that has the emotional space to sit and play with them instead of worrying about the laundry and all of these things because the house needs to be perfect, or that's the way she would feel that she's perfect. So what actually is the life that you want to create, right? How do you want to feel in your day to day?
And it's also, you're reminding me now that we have, we haven't told them we have our Q&A, top 11 questions, burning 11 questions for moms. And one of the questions was, how can I be an inspiration for my kids? And what you just said is exactly that. I mean, well, we have a longer answer there, but just showing our kids that it's okay to be angry. It's okay to, that the house is a mess, but we prefer to be with them. Also, it's okay. It's better than okay. It's important to know that you've crossed your boundaries and you tell them, listen, I need space right now. Or sometimes come and say, sorry that I yelled at you. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. So really there's no such a thing being a perfect mom, but to be honest, to be real with your kids, they will know how to grow up to be an honest person with themselves. I mean, if I tell myself all the time that I need to do this and that, and I'm not doing that, and in my mind, I'm trying to, I have a lot of criticism about myself, but at the same time, I smile at my kids. They feel what's going on inside of me. They know that I'm not happy at that moment. It happened to me in the past that my boy came to me and said, I know you're smiling, but I can feel that you're not happy. What's going on? So they are very sensitive. And telling him, you know what? Yeah, I'm smiling because I'm happy that you are here, but I'm so tired and I see the mess now in the kitchen and I don't know what to do. And just sharing with him that, and he gives me an idea and he says, how about you go and rest? And afterwards we will do that together. So kids, they're around us all the time. They observe what we try to say, but what actually they observe what we actually feel.
Everything.
And they appreciate us more when we can show them that we notice our boundaries, because they will learn how to be that kind of an adult. I notice my boundaries. I know that I prefer to be with you now and play than to do the laundry. So I tell them, okay, you know what? I'll do that later. Will you help me? And then asking for help is another thing that they learn. So it's just being inspiration for them when we are able to talk about our difficulties. And even though we might feel guilty that we're not perfect, they will notice that they should be also in compassion to themselves.
Yeah. And I want to, like, I see the title for this video, Stop Mom Guilt, You Are Already Enough. I want to jump to the second part, because stop mom guilt, it's like one part, but the other part, you're already enough. And that is that what this means is that a lot of the times we tie our worth, we talk about it on so many other videos. And I really encourage you to go back to other videos that we live streams, particularly that we have here about perfectionism, about asking for help, where we talk about how we tie our self-worth with being good enough, with having everything figured out. And if we don't have it all, then it means that we're not worthy of love, we're not worthy of rest, we can't ask for help, because how will we, it means that we can't do it all ourselves. But again, this is an invitation to untie this connection, to see our worth because we are, simply because we are, as human, as women, born with the worth, born with this worthiness of being loved, and with so many gifts that we have to give, and with this inner wisdom and the love that we have inside us that we want to give to our children. So it doesn't matter if your house is clean or dirty, if there's laundry, if your children are, I don't know, good at math or terrible at math, because all of these things don't say anything about your worth and about who you are. And I want to invite you to allow this sentence to come into your body and say yes to it. Yes, my worth is because of who I am, and just because of who I am. And it has nothing to do with the things the long to-do list that I have to do with my home, with my children. So, and this is also a really important tool and perspective to teach our children, because they have a lot of things that they don't succeed in easily, right? Yeah. Maybe it's making friends, maybe it's subjects in school, whatever it is. They also learn to tie their worth with their to-do list. And if we can model that I love myself, and I also give myself, I answer my needs, I rest when I need to rest, because it's not the dishes in the sink are not more important than my mental health and my physical health. The physical health and the mental health are much more important than the dishes in the sink, because my well-being is in my core. And you know, it's not about the things that I have to accomplish to be worthy of it. And that's such an important thing to teach our children. So yeah, I really want to encourage you to allow that into your body, to allow that perspective of I'm worthy just as I am right now.
Yes, I love that. I think the cycle of blame is just such frustrating cycle. You know, we blame ourselves, and then we get more frustrated and more tired, and then we probably, you know, burst again, and just, I think it affects everyone around us, the kids, the partner, everyone. No one likes that. Okay.
No, I have a very a live example of that cycle from just this week, and it was the cycle of crossing my boundaries in this particular example. So I'm now visiting my family in Israel. We live in Berlin, but we are now here in Israel visiting our family, and two of my nieces wanted to come and visit us. But I had so many things to do in this afternoon that they wanted to come and visit, but this guilt in me that said, no, but I don't have a lot of time, I should let them come. And I crossed that boundary, even though I knew that it wasn't good for me. And I told them to come. And it took me a little bit of 24 hours to reset that kind of crossing, because what happened was I crossed that boundary, and then it dragged on and it dragged on, and I crossed another boundary, and I found myself giving excuses to why it's okay to do this and why it's okay to go to sleep later and work until the middle of the night, because I told them they could come. So now I need to work later and I noticed how I'm doing it. And not only I noticed how I was saying it, but I felt it in my body. This tension, heaviness in the heart, the shoulders became tight. These kind of, the body reacted to it, and I could feel that I'm crossing my boundaries more and more. And less than 24 hours later, I told myself, you are dragging this energy of not giving yourself what you needed and not respecting yourself, and you need to stop now. And in that moment, even though I was in the middle of work and I told myself, but I have so much to do, I stopped. I went and I slept for 1 hour because I was very tired. And when I slept, I canceled the things that I had to do so that I can reset my boundaries and honor what I needed. And once I did that, everything changed. My body relaxed again. My mind became clear. And I realized, here now I respected my boundaries, and now I feel good again. And I'm much more pleasant towards my son, towards my mother, towards my partner. I'm much more pleasant towards myself. So yeah, that cycle, that brutal cycle that we go through until we consciously stop it. And it's not a one-time thing. because I'm sure it will happen again. For sure, I will cross my boundaries many times more in the future. But hopefully, with practice, we learn to make the cycle shorter. With community and with other beautiful women that reflect to us, notice you've crossed your boundaries. What can you do now to reset this energy? What can you do now to give yourself what you need? And that's the power of having a sisterhood, right? We always share with one another. And when you feel that you've done something that was not accurate for you, and you come and tell me, then I reflect that back to you, and I tell you,
Yeah.
look at how you're feeling right now. Look at what it's doing. How can you help yourself?
It just said, I honor my boundaries. And first of all, I think it's a beautiful and important sentence. I'm going to write it down for myself and put it on my board here, and to look at it and to remind myself that. And you remind me of something that when I was, before I gave birth to Taylor, my oldest girl, I was working every morning and every evening. So I had noon at home. And I remember that one time I went to rest, and my mom was called, and she said, "Are you sleeping?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "But why? It's the middle of the day." And I didn't find the right answer for that. So I stopped doing that at the time. And then I got pregnant with Taylor. And then I was so tired. So I went to sleep.
It was okay.
Yeah. And then she called me and she said, "Are you sleeping?" And I said, "Yes, I'm resting." She said, "That's good. It's important for your baby." And I remember, oh, thank God. That's okay. So like I needed someone else to tell me that it's okay, that I can rest. And it just reminded me of that for a long time, I didn't felt like, well, this is my body. I feel what my body needs. It's my schedule. I know what I need to do in the morning and in the evening. And it was funny that I didn't let myself rest because my mom told me, it's the middle of the day. What are you doing resting?
One phone call, right?
One phone call. It was enough. Yeah, it was enough to feel guilty about it. Yeah, because she's my mom. I love her and I appreciate her opinion. And then when she said it's okay, I said like, okay, I can rest. And then I did it every day for the rest of the pregnancy and afterwards when I could. And now I get it that, how important it is that the people around you are helping you honor your boundaries. Yeah. Yeah. So this is why we have our community. I mean, share, and the people that read what you share, please be compassionate, loving, and honor their boundaries. Tell them, good. It's good that you notice your boundaries. It's good that you're aware. It's good that you stand for them. You know that you don't want to cross them. Yeah. And I'm going to write down this sentence. I honor my boundaries. I advise you to do that too.
I want to take it another step further. Okay. Beyond just honoring your boundaries, what about actually allowing yourself to celebrate yourself, to do things that are good for you, to take your time for yourself, go out with friends, because it doesn't mean you're selfish. No, it means that you like to enjoy with your friends, and your children should enjoy with their friends as well. And your partner should also have fun with their friends. So everything, I don't know if it comes from the Judaism, but I think it connects in my head to the Judaism, that the mother sets the energy for the house.
Yes, it's from Judaism.
She is the one that leads the energy of the whole house. And what you allow yourself to do, it's like a title, right? You can imagine like a sign above the door of your house. In this house, you're allowed to have fun. In this house, you're allowed to take time for yourself. In this house, you're allowed to love yourself. In this house, you're allowed to rest. Just imagine. Oh my God, I love that. It just popped in my head. Imagine you're going to your friend's house, and above the door, there is a sign, in this house, you're allowed to rest. Oh my God, how would that make you feel? I think, first of all, for many people, it will be like, okay, a bit weird, right?
Go to bed now.
Huh?
I'm gonna go to bed.
Gonna go. Yes. Where's the bed? I really love that way of thinking, because it means that everything I allow myself, I allow everybody to allow themselves. Everyone in the house. And that actually means that you have to flip this coin of I have to do so many things. And what it means is that you have to do the best so that you're happy.
It's the expectation. I mean, if I expect myself to do one thing, I also expect that from the rest of the people in the house. And sometimes they don't stand up for my expectation, and then I feel, frustrated about it. And I remind them what I expect them to do. But here you're saying, what if I expect myself to rest? What if these are my expectation to be happy? So my kids will be like, seriously, no cleaning? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I need to do today
is feeling okay, Mom?
Yeah. All I need to do today is just play and be happy. Okay. I mean, again, we're not saying forget everything you need to do and don't ask your children to help with anything in the house. No, but we have such a heavy weight on everything that we must be, and we sometimes don't even leave space for being happy at all. Not sometimes it's a very tiny space, but sometimes it's not at all. But what happens if we try to, flip that coin and understand that that is the most important thing in life? Because the life that we want to create is a life of joy, of balance, of self-fulfillment, of self-expression. So we have to start prioritizing that and giving space to that.
Okay, listen, I'm going to do that, okay? And you can do it with me and just come back to this video and share. What I'm going to do today, when my kids, I'm going to do it in the morning. When my kids, tomorrow morning, I'm going to talk to them about it today. In the evening, I'm going to give them this, what you just said. Tomorrow, what I expect from you, or what I want you to pay attention is the things that makes you feel happy. Okay, so tomorrow, all your thoughts are like, where can I be happy? And
I love that.
And I'm going to do that for myself as well. And I asked my husband to do it too. Let's see if he'll be on board. And at the end of the day, we're going to talk about it. Like, what are the things that made you happy today? And let's see.
Can you do a little video after?
Tension there.
I would really love it if after you do this talk with them, like do a short summary selfie video of yourself, and we can post it on YouTube of how that little experiment went, and like post it after on YouTube as a callback from this live, because it's so interesting. I'm really curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah, and if you're doing it too, people are viewing here with us, write down to us and even share your videos. You can send it to us, right? You can send us the videos. And share with us, and we're really interested to see the result. I'm gonna talk to them today, so they'll be ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna remind them tomorrow morning, and at the evening we'll see. We'll talk again.
You can also put a sign on the door in your house, so they see today we are only
we're all about happiness.
We're all about happiness. Yeah.
And I wonder, like, if it's all about happiness, what they would choose. Like, maybe they won't choose to go to play in the phone, to play like Minecraft and Roblox and all of those. Maybe they'll choose other things. I'm kind of interested to see what they will choose differently from a normal day.
I'm interested to see how this will, how will you manage this with doing the chores in the house that they don't always want to do?
Yeah, that's on me. Yeah, but we'll see. You know what I'm thinking. Okay, but I don't know still how it's going to be in practice. So we'll see. But I'm thinking like maybe, and I did it before, like singing during the chores.
A game.
Like a game, yeah. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see what's working. Yeah, we'll see what they're doing with me. I don't know.
Maybe you can also tell them which one of these things you want to do the most, right? Like, or
maybe they'll have new ideas. I don't know. They might have new ideas. They're kids. They're more creative than us.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's a good idea. Thanks, Yara. Now I'm excited to see them.
I'm excited too. I think it's really a really fun, interesting thing to do with your kids, because they would be so much more open to it than adults, right? Because their expectations are much more easily shifted and molded.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what they have to say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a good live we had today. Good talk. Anything that you want to say for like summary? Because I'm in my thoughts now. I'm over there now.
You're planning, this adventure.
Yeah.
I think what I want to say is that, like, if we put our hands on our heart, right?
Mhm.
We all know, every one of us already knows that we are good enough, that we are worthy. Like, we've heard, we are women who are on this self-growth path. We have awareness. We've heard these sentences, but it's a matter of choice to bring it into practice, to bring it into our bodies, and to allow ourselves to live that. Not just to tell ourselves I'm good enough, but to believe in that, and not to let that mom guilt become our reality. So what I want to invite you to do is to, again, place your hand on your heart and just to tell yourself, I choose me and I choose to be happy. And if there's another way that this sentence wants to be said, then you can say it in your own way. But the point here is that I choose to create a life of joy, a life of balance, a life of fulfillment. And it's a choice, and I choose it for me and for my family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And can I add, I also choose the friends that loves me.
Yeah.
And like,
I think everyone would have, their own extra thing that is right for them. So you can say it for you. We can all say the thing that is right for us. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for being with us, and go grab your Q&A.
Yes, download it from the description below.
Yeah, just it's completely free, and also send to friends that they will receive it too. We have some very important questions, the top burning questions for every mom, just like you and me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a guide for the blooming mom, how to work through challenges as a mom in a way that helps you grow and live a life of happiness.
Yeah, it's for the daily life. Yeah. So it's important.
With practical tools, with
Of
real
course,
actual
all about
practical.
the practice. Yeah, well, you know that already, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being with us. Share, subscribe, go and watch, grab the PDF and go and watch the next video. I think about perfectionism will be amazing now. Just kind of in my head is the next step. So go and watch that, and we'll see you soon next week at the same time. Bye bye.
Bye.